crystalline path, Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on for our friends and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Won't let it break me, don't you worry. I never have, and I never will. Look, Sagenhoft, a portal has opened. It will surely deliver us true, it must. I mean, I guess. Look up, Sagenhoft. It's as though the stars are being devoured by the dead sun. That's where we're headed, to the Maw of Darkness. Well, here is where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let us make our way, one sure step at a time. Now more than ever we must walk as one. Will you go and take Alisae's hand? Our friends got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Right? So now we're winding across a crystal path. Well, hopefully there aren't any enemies along the way. We're just going to listen to tragic, sorrowful goodbyes, I'm sure. All I can hear are my footfalls, my heartbeat, and it's so much quieter now. The fact we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? Thancred would scout the road ahead. Ishtola and Rienche would trade opinions on esoteric subjects. Graha would join in their discussion, or else chat with me and Alisae about the mission. Estinian would be at the rear, apart yet present. All the while you would come and go wherever you are needed, and together we would travel. Guys. This is... The writers of this expansion are evil. The innumerable lights that shine in the distance, to think that they all could have birthed civilizations. To think that everything they built has gone to dust, their peoples lost to despair. Of the stars floating in the sea of midnight, ours is a lonely aberration. And yet, no matter how many worlds have met their ends, with you and Alisae beside me, there is nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. Those broken stars I see shattered, ruptured, unraveled. I wonder if they're also worlds recreated at their ends. The sight of them fills me with a sorrow I cannot describe, and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death, whence we came and where we'll return, a wheel from which there is no escape. Are we going into that void of darkness? Oh no, I guess we're going into the star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream? Any moment now I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'd go about my day relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it? No. No, I won't give up these experiences. Good and bad, they are mine. They are me. The portal is barely visible from up here. Truly we've come far. Much farther than I would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It is because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them, that Heidelin has entrusted us with this mission, the fate of the very star. At least we can't fall off. That would be embarrassing. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither would need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from journey's end. We'll be over before we know it. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me, don't you worry. It's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone. And while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. They are hitting this ending home hard. I think if I were to do a speedrun, I would specifically speedrun through Endwalker, just so I don't have to deal with all of the emotional trauma. Like, are you kidding me? Well, this is it, the end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. And what we achieved and how it changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for and dying for, as they did. There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish it all the same. And for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just, after all the help you've given me, not for once I want to be the one to help you. Alright, let's saddle up. Of all the recreated worlds we've seen, this one feels the most familiar. And this is probably Atheris. This is probably ancient Atheris. Maybe the inhabitants are within the buildings or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. Meteon. Why isn't this voice acted? This is how I found it when I arrived, another star which once pulsed with life but no longer. How it entered I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None live to speak for the dead, they are gone, gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. What Meteon says is true, what are we supposed to do? You think you've caught me? This form is barely a drop from the ocean that swells within the dead sun. Even so, I could easily unmake you. You are only still alive because of your comrades, but they cannot protect you forever. And Until they fade away, I'll satisfy myself with watching you try, and fail to find a way out of this lifeless place. Okay. If there is no one here, then neither should there be a motion to bar our way. Yet Meteon seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Good question.